Just roughly a week ago, Japanese people were calling to boycott taxes on Twitter. Now, paying taxes sucks, and I'm sure we all had an experience or two feeling depressed when filing taxes, but this call to boycott isn't derived from greed. The call to boycott derives from the current political situation. For those who are unaware, the main ruling party failed to report about 670 million yen as income gained from fundraising parties. This has been dragging on since November without proper arrests and proper apologies. Earlier this month, the LDP conducted an investigation of fellow LDP members about their slush funds or uragane. According to the report, 53 out of 85 people used the slush fund money for political activities. According to the law to regulate money used for political activities, money used for political purposes can be tax-free. This is frustrating because politicians can write off any spending as tax-free. But because law is law, let's say we accept that 53 people legally used their money correctly. According to the same report, 31 politicians admitted that they did not use the money at all. Some explained that it felt wrong to use this money, and some explained that because they were told there was no need to report this income, they felt they were being trapped. This means that 31 politicians didn't use their funds for political activities, and therefore at least 31 politicians should be liable to pay taxes no matter what. And this is where things get weird. When asked in Parliament by the opposition party about politicians paying extra taxes, the current Minister of Finance, Shunichi Suzuki, responded that this is up to the politician. So, rather than being told that they have the duty to pay, they have the option. What? This is why people want to boycott taxes. Why do politicians who violated the law have an option while residents are required to pay? And, as the Minister of Finance, what is this guy saying? He is literally compromising the rule of law. It's simple. Those who fail to pay are required to pay. When asked about the frustrations about the slush fund scandal, the Prime Minister, while apologizing about the LDP, reminded residents that taxes must be paid according to law. Let's be real. Who's the one who needs to be paying taxes according to law? That's why a week or so ago, kakutei shinkoku boycott was trending on Twitter, which means boycotting tax returns. Comments like, "Oh, I didn't know that paying taxes was optional," or "You should be paying taxes," really resonate with citizens. Of course, people will pay taxes, so don't take this call for boycott seriously, but people are extremely frustrated. There's also cases of people complaining at the tax office, which has been placing stress on bureaucrats who have nothing to do with the slush funds. If residents make one minor mistake on the tax returns, they can get charged. However, these politicians can get away and have the option to pay. And to make matters worse, because that's what the LDP is absolutely good at doing these days, the Minister of State for Policies Related to Children, Ayuko Kato, announced that the government may need to increase taxes by 1,000 yen minimum a month to secure funds to support population growth policies. Netizens were quick to point out that the LDP can probably fund this program with their slush funds. Personally, I'm past the point of anger. I'm simply amused at the audacity of the LDP, and I'm not sure how long they can remain confident. The NHK, which is a state media, shares that Kishida's approval rate is at 25% and his disapproval rate is at 58%. While this is the lowest approval rate for the Prime Minister on NHK, the Mainichi, which is a center-left media outlet, shares numbers that are probably more accurate. According to the Mainichi, the Prime Minister's approval rate is at 14%. This is the lowest since the LDP regained power in 2012. The Mainichi also recorded that the Prime Minister's disapproval rate is at 82%, which is the highest it's been since the Mainichi started taking data in 1947. That's the highest since the end of World War II. And if you think the slush fund scandal is the only event tanking Kishida's popularity, you'll be surprised to hear that his approval ratings have been sinking since mid-2022. So check out one of these videos to understand the other factors that hurt Kishida's approval ratings.